we're bringing at you a variation of a classic CrossFit workout, DT. If you love the barbell, odds are you've had a run-in with DT, and I'm sure you've loved it. One round of DT is 12 deadlifts, 9 hang power cleans, and 6 push jerks, excuse me. Now, we're taking that variation and we're gonna be performing it with the dumbbell. How this is gonna work today. At 3, 2, 1, go, you're gonna start off performing 21 burpees. As soon as you're done with your 21 burpees, you're gonna grab your dumbbells and you're gonna perform 12 dumbbell deadlifts, 9 dumbbell hang power cleans, and 6 dumbbell push jerks. Once you finish that, you're into 18 burpees, then 1 round of dumbbell DT, 15 burpees, and then 1 more round, 12 burpees, and then you're finishing it off with 1 round. Now, this workout, how this is gonna go, the first 9 minutes of this workout, that's what you wanna give yourself to finish this first block up here. The second block is gonna begin on minute 10. We'd like to have a nice minute of rest in between here. So if at a certain point you're still working, we're not quite done yet, at that 9-minute mark, cut it, all right? We wanna get a little bit of rest and recover for that second part. Very similar to the first, but instead of the burpees, we're performing an air squat with a lateral hop over our weight. 21, 18, 15, 12, in between every round, 1 round of dumbbell DT. Now, a couple variations as to what we can be doing today. If we don't have any sort of dumbbells or any sort of weights, what we're gonna be doing is the odd object variation. It's gonna be similar. You're gonna be holding onto that bag, 12 deadlifts, 9 hang cleans, 6 push jerks with the odd object. Now, if we're working with a single dumbbell, what we're gonna do is perform 12, 10, and 8. You're gonna perform 12 deadlifts, 6 on each arm, 10 hang power cleans, 5 on each arm, 8 push jerks, 4 on each arm. That's how you're gonna break that up if you're working with a single dumbbell. If you don't have a dumbbell, you don't really have an odd object, and you have a kettlebell, 27 kettlebell swings. That's how you're gonna approach this workout. So you're gonna be doing burpees, 27 swings, burpees, 27 swings, and so forth. And then finally, when you get to the second half, air squat with a lateral jump and the 27 swings. All right, this one's gonna be a bit spicy, but it will be a fun one. So for the warm-up, we're gonna need a lighter weight than you're planning on using in the workout. If you only have 1 dumbbell and it's a little bit on the heavier side, maybe grab some type of odd object that you can use just for the warm-up component of this. We don't wanna make this too challenging in the beginning. Remember, the purpose of this is just get the body temperature up, get the joints loose, get the blood flow going. So starting off, we're gonna get into 1 minute of alternating Spider-Mans. All right, so let's get down into our push-up position. We're gonna bring our foot beside our hand, keeping our hands in place. We're going to step our front foot back and switch feet. Let's go for 1 minute. You can hang out up over here. If one side feels a little bit tighter, spend some time. Don't feel the need to rush in the warm-up. More seconds. Alright, nice and easy. Let's stand ourselves up. We're now going to go into 40 seconds of dumbbell deadlifts or whatever weight you have. Now we want this to be a single arm deadlift, 20 seconds on one side, 10 seconds on the other. So let's make sure we're setting up our weight between our feet, keeping our chest over the object. So let's go for 20 seconds on each side. 20 seconds on one side and 20 seconds on the other. Good. Make sure as we're lowering the weight down, we're hinging at the hip and then using our legs to lower the weight down. And switch sides. Yeah, reach those hips back and keep that chest up nice and high. 5 more seconds. Good. Move that weight off to the side. We're now going to go to 1 minute of frog hops. So, keeping that chest a little bit forward, letting the hands touch down between your feet. We're going to squat ourselves down, stand tall and jump. And do it again right when you land. Let those hands drop right down and keep the momentum going. 1 minute. Let's do it. There we go. As we jump, squeeze the legs, squeeze the butt. Let it burn a bit. Shake it out if you need. Don't want to kill ourselves too much right away. Let's go. 10 more seconds. All right. We're going to now get 40 seconds of single dumbbell swings, 20 seconds on each side. It's going to be a Russian swing coming up chest level. Let's grab a hold one side, keeping that weight right beside you. Let's get it. And switch sides.
When the roof was raised, every rap occasion new and amazing. The backup stages amazed and gazing, praying for the day they would one day praise him. Studied the ways of the game and made it. Came through
5 more seconds.
and played it perfect. Days any person hated and cursed him.
Good. Put that weight down. 1 minute of mountain climbing. When we get into that push-up position, make sure we're keeping shoulders right over the hand, and we're going to jump that knee into our chest for 1 minute. In 3, 2, 1, here we go.
To the rave like you threw a grenade. Boom. Oh, I'm the party star. You might have a good time, but we party hard. So tell the DJ to play my song and we can dance all night to the early morning. Oh, I'm the party star. You might have a good time, but we party hard. So tell the DJ to play my song and we can dance all night to the early morning. I call for the days of the unadulterated, when the artistry was cultivated. You know, back when rap was smart and multi-layered. We could rap without A&Rs and ultimatums. Damn. Now today I say a phrase along for the good old days when the party was all about partying. I was a mini party starter then. My mind bends when
3 more seconds, keep it going.
Should I run the mind a little? Food for thought or dumb the rhyme a little? But will if you come too high, that'll alienate folks and they won't buy it, yo. Look, people getting trapped in the trap.
Last 10 seconds.
Even when the rapping is whack, yo, what happened? When did we get happy with that? He old fashioned, but let's be happy he back. You heard me? Oh, I'm the party star.
And relax. Okay. Now the last part, 40 seconds of a single arm dumbbell push press, or whatever weight you have. We're going to go 20 seconds on one side, 20 seconds on the other. Just a quick note before we start that push press. One end of the weight should be resting on our shoulder. Remember, our chest and shoulders act as a launch pad in the push press. We are starting with a dip, hips slightly back, chest is nice and upright, knees are driving out over the toes. As I drive and squeeze the legs and butt, that weight jumps, and I finish with a press overhead. Go a little bit slower if this movement's a little tricky for you. 20 seconds on each side. And let's go.
I'm smoking bud in the back. I'm waiting for niggas to trip, cause bitch I learn scrap. I went from rocks to Z's, writing raps and movies. I went from trusting these chicks, now they all wanna sue me. So call the club in the back. I'm smoking bud in the back. I'm waiting for niggas to trip, cause bitch I learn scrap. I went from rocks to Z's, writing raps and movies. I went from trusting these chicks, now they all wanna sue me. So fuck them all. In the place, everybody getting rainy. Punks better cuff your lady, can't nobody tame me. I'm at nothing paying these girls on the job shack, pocket full of socks, yeah. Got a fat notch, yeah. Something don't squat, yeah. Down, down for the block, yeah. Trying to be hot, but
And relax. All right. Well done. Get a quick drink. Grab the equipment that you need. We're going over the movements and we'll start this workout. Welcome back. We got quite a few movements that we're going to be going over today. First of which is going to be everyone's favorite, the burpee. So we're just going to start off with 5 burpees just to get, the swing of the movement here. Now, one thing I want you to make sure that you're doing is as you are performing this burpee on the way down, hands are going in front of the feet. We're going to jump the feet back. On the way up, we want to bring those feet right behind the hands. If they don't come closer, I'm going to show you what's going to wind up happening. So this is what we want to see. Feet beside the hands. This is going to allow us to come up without having to drop into a squat. If my feet don't come close and they don't land flat, it's going to look something like this. Right here. Now, I'm in the bottom of the squat, I'm on my toes, I'm off balance. We're going to make this job, it's going to make this job a lot harder than it needs to be. So let's make sure that when we're doing this, we're getting those feet as close to the hands as possible. If this is a little bit challenging for you, you can perform a burpee onto a target. So if you have a box, bench, put your hands on it, jump the feet back, jump them in, stand it up. That's how I want you adjusting today. Let's all get 5 reps of the burpee. Make sure that as we're coming up, we're finishing with that jump and clap overhead, opening up our hips. Well done, well done. Now, the next thing before we get into our weighted movements is going to be our lateral squat jump over our object. What's going to happen? We're going to be lined up right beside our weight. We're going to be sitting down into the bottom of our squat. Ideally, we want to see those pockets, that hip crease, get below our knees as we come up out of the bottom. We are hopping right over, so it's going to look something like this. Down into the bottom of the squat, I'm going to get up, jump, and move right on over. If jumping over an object makes you uncomfortable, stand up, step over, and do it again. Remember, on this movement, the movement is complete not when you get up out of the squat, but when you get over your object. So don't miss out on that little detail on the last rep, okay? If you are limited in your range of motion, squat as low as you can, or even you can adjust it by just squatting to a target for the day. So if that's a limiting factor that you're dealing with, scale that range of motion down and just focus on quality squat, and we'll take out that explosive component from here. All right, so let's get 5 lateral squat jumps over our object. Good job. Now, going over the weighted variations of this workout, the weighted variations of movements. Judith is going to start off demonstrating the double dumbbell component here. Now, 1 round of DT, Judith, let's come to the middle here. 1 round of DT is 12 deadlifts, 9 hang power cleans, and 6 push jerks. We're going to start off with a warm-up of 5, 4, and 3. So we're going to start with 5 deadlifts here. Now, on the deadlift, let's turn sideways facing the wall here. As we perform the deadlift, only one end of the dumbbell should be touching the ground here. This is a little bit different than the barbell. If we go too low here, we're going to start to lose out on our position. So let's let that dumbbell hang in your hands and tilt forward. So hang 10 seconds. So slide your hands to the back end of the dumbbell. Stand straight for me. There we go. So that's how we're going to be holding that here. Now, keeping your legs straight, I want you to bow your chest over the ground. We're going to use our legs to lower down and only let one end of the dumbbell touch the ground, and then we're going to stand up. Excellent. Now, I want you to show me a variation where you're going to kind of lose out of your back position a little bit. So just kind of hinge over the way you did, but then just like let your back position around the bottom. So bend your knees for me, get a little lower, and just kind of slide your chest a little. So yeah, that's fine. So if you find that going down with the dumbbells is a little bit challenging to keep a nice proud position, what I want you to do is just kind of bring that weight down below your knees, or you can even set up a target for yourself where the ground is going to be higher. Maybe if you have a block or something that can elevate 3 or 4 inches off the ground. So show me what it looks like where we go down right below the knee. Notice here, Judith is still keeping a nice strong back position. Chest is over the hips are over the knees. She's going to stand tall. Beautiful. That is going to be our deadlift. I want you to give me 5 reps. After that, we're going to go into the hang power clean. The hang movement is going to begin anywhere between the hip and the knee. So Judith is going to get a little bit of a bend over here, bringing her hands down to the top of her knees. She's going to jump, shrug, and bring that weight to her shoulders. Hold it. Now notice how she's landing here. She's in a partial squat. If she had to, you should easily be able to drop into that bottom. Let's show another one. I want you to freeze for me in that catch position. Nice. She stop right there, and she can easily drop lower. Just drop all the way down and stand up. You don't need to squat in this workout. I don't want you to, but it's a good indicator if you can easily drop that you're in the right position. I want you to give me 4 reps of the hang power. Give me one more just to kind of show off here. Excellent. Now keeping that weight on your shoulders, this is where your push jerk is going to begin. We're going to start with a dip just like we did in the push press. We're going to jump and punch that weight up into the air, landing in a partial squat. Now the movement is complete once you stand up and then bring the weight down. That is going to be 1. So make sure that after we catch it, we're standing and then resetting. Now, if this movement is a little bit tricky for you and the coordination is off or the position is off, just give me a push press. Let's see what that push press looks like. Excellent. Beautiful. I want you to give me 4 reps of that. Now, thank you, Judith. Golf clap. Now, if you're only working, we can put that down. If you're only working with a single dumbbell today, everything is pretty much going to be the same. The deadlift, I'm going to want to come from the middle here. But instead of 12, 9, 6, you're going to give me 12, 10, and 8. And we're going to split the reps evenly between each side. So, with that single dumbbell, as I go for that deadlift, I'm going to perform 6 on one side. So 1, 2, imagine I did 6. I'm going to switch, 6 on the other. 1, 2, 6. Then I'm going to go back to my starting side, the hang power clean. Same exact thing, except I'm going to perform 5 reps on one side, catching it in that partial squat, 5 reps on the other side, followed by 4 jerks on each side. Now, with the single arm, it's going to look like this. Now, once again, if that's going to still be a little bit aggressive, just the movement component of the jerk, keep it to a push press. All right? Now, if you are working with an odd object, like a book bag, a med ball, we're going to still keep it 12, 9, 6, but you're going to hold on to that object. We're going to perform that deadlift, the hang clean, and the jerk with that object. If you don't have these pieces of equipment and you have a kettlebell, what you're going to perform instead, 27 kettlebell swings. That's the equivalent of all the 12, 9, 6 added together. So, Michelle's going to demonstrate that kettlebell swing. Let's come to the middle here for me, Michelle. Now, with that swing, arms are long and relaxed. What we're doing is we're bowing at the hip, using the legs and hips to snap that weight up. Arms are just there for the ride. Now we're looking to go overhead here. If you are limited by injury, if the weight that you have is too heavy to get overhead for 27 reps, I want you to just perform a Russian swing today. So that's just going to come up chest level. Excellent. Michelle's relaxing those arms, the weight's falling down, and she's just going right out to chest level. Now remember, 27 swings is not a small amount, and it is going to add up over time. So if you're tired, don't scale to a Russian swing just because you're tired. Take a little bit of a rest at a certain point, pick it back up, and finish those 27. Only if it's really heavy do I want you to consider limiting that range of motion. Go through a couple of reps of those movements. Take a drink, because we're about to start this workout. So just a reminder, the first part of this workout starts off at 3, 2, 1, go. You're going to have 9 minutes to complete all the prescribed work. 21, 18, 15, 12 burpees. After each set, you're going to perform 1 round of dumbbell DT or whatever variation you're going to be performing. We want to make sure we stop at that 9-minute mark so that we have 1 minute of rest before we begin the second half of this workout. At minute 10, that second half is going to begin. Same thing, 21, 18, 15, 12, but instead of burpees, we're performing lateral squat jumps over our weight. After each set, once again, 1 round of dumbbell DT. You're going to still have 9 minutes to complete that. Our objective, let's see how long it takes to complete each block. All right, let's get ready to rock. Whoop, there we go. Alrighty. Now remember, if you're doing a single dumbbell variation, your reps are 12, 10, 8, and you're splitting the reps up evenly between each side. We are starting in 10. Let's rock.
Dominoes, suddenly the vomit knows the armor so cold blood, yeah, it's time to go, we bust down every door till we get that victory from enemies, the energy, even if he can't finish me, and let's show that we stronger, if we die, then we die with honor, so let's today, them cannons and they run away like dogs, today, you can say shame on you, come on the tiger, me come down me head, we shall not retreat till we get the glory, never back down, they gon' hear this story. Down the generations, it's gonna keep our soul free. Never show mercy, ain't no soldier worthy. Can't no weapon hurt me, y'all gon' have to curse me. Marching with 1,000 feet on my soldier. nigga gotta set it, then I gotta go, and then I gotta get it, then I gotta blow, and then I gotta shut it. Any little thing a nigga think that he be doing, cause it doesn't matter, cause I'm gonna
get a handle, get a grip, get ammo. It's the return of camo. A hit with a hit, a trip up this candle. Anywhere can't do anything, attitude I stick to gets me this candle. Lit in this wick of this candle's been lit by this candle. Eminem sick, this kid sick and dismantled. From the trench of Atlanta, Tennessee and Alabama. For me to be another channel, for you to surf and scramble. Took so many lives and bust so much fire that my dick's a Roman candle. Sit so up high, sit so much death that my last name should have been Daniel. Yeah, and I'm standing on this fucking stage. I come from the bottom of a bottle to the top here. I'm talking lemonade from lemons. Bitch, don't give me now. Shady, put me on the front row. Now, crank it. I need to hear it now. My accent's no accident. My track list has got classics. I'm ready. I'm active. Yeah, pick it up, you. They told me that I wouldn't do shit, and that I wouldn't make it. I just smiled and grabbed my nuts. Fuck 'em. Sometimes you. Cause when I realized I was the only one that would ever fuck up what I get, I never look back and do a demo everywhere I went. You. I was kicked down, then kicked again, till I was kicking in. Every lock and hinge. Drop my friends, try to hold me back so I can hit the road and rock again. And there they are, but I'm standing on this fucking stage. I come from the bottom of a bottle to the top here. I'm talking lemonade from lemons. Bitch, don't give me now. Shady, put me on the front row. Loud, crank it. I need to hear it out. Mixed that with some cold fries. That man's got a cold front. That bra got a cold butt. Papa texting y'all about fucking. This moment just like I'm stuck. Motherfucker in the funk shit.
20 seconds.
Jewelry always light up like a motherfucking top car. I go and make it for my mama. I made it.
3, 2, Then we're starting the second half here. It's all right if you didn't finish. Now we're still keeping our weighted movement the same as it was. The big thing that we're changing here now, the burpees. Legs are going to start to burn a little bit more now. Before, upper body was feeling it more. Now it's going to be the legs. Squat, jump over. On that last rep, remember, on 21, rep 21, rep 18, 15, as you get further into the workout, finish the rep by jumping over. Good. Turn that down.
It doesn't work out? I like that.
5, 4, 3,
Try
2,
to break them down and I'ma
let's
just
go.
get up there. Ask me how I did it, I'ma just tell them I rose up. I'm a survivor. Fight for my life. Coming back stronger. I will arise. I'm a survivor. Fight for my life. Coming back stronger. Rise, staring at you from afar, analyzing every scar, asking myself how we got here. Remember, this is who we are. I am not here for revenge. I did not come to make amends. Not here to repent for my sins. I just came here to win. I just came here to end. I just came here to fight. Show you everything you said I couldn't be. I became overnight. This for the blood, this is for the tears, this is for my pain and my plight. Two walked in, but only one of us is walking out of here tonight. I'm a survivor. Fight for my life. Coming back stronger. I will arise. I'm a survivor. Fight for my life. Coming back stronger. I will arise.
Catch me, I live to be the best. this is all I got. I ignore the pain, cause the pain will never stop. You're better than this. I'm better than this. You're better than this. I'm better than this. You're bigger than this. I'm better than this. You're bigger than this. I'm better than this. You're bigger than this. You're bigger than this. I'm better 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 than this. I'm bigger than this. It's not because of that. It's not because of money. Works in my blood and I kill cause I'm hungry. I kill cause I'm hungry. I kill cause I'm hungry. It's not because of that. It's not because of money. Works in my blood and I kill cause I'm hungry. I kill cause I'm hungry. I kill cause I'm hungry. I'm gonna carry this shit on my fucking blood. I'm the definition of underdog who relates. Who people rooting for cause they see themselves in my face. Go toe to toe with my fate. Driven to be the great number one, tree second place like I'm in a two-man race. This is David and Goliath. View me as a fly, smaller name horizon, but there's so many rivals. My size in the body that can take half of those bodies and make a pile. I'm on top of the dead, just to look a giant dead in his head. I break, I fall, I crawl. I carry so much weight that you'll probably never believe it. I fade, I fall, stand tall. Some dream of greatness while others stay awake to achieve it. I do this without no excuses. It's just love winning less than I hate losing. I'm proving the rain through my era. So even if I die for centuries through history, I'm alive. Right? I'm always a winner. Even if I fall, I can still get bigger. The definition of a champion. Definition of a champion. Everyone's a winner. If you fall, get up, you can still get bigger. The definition of a champion. Definition of a champion. No. And it feel like I'm on top of the world. And it feel like I'm on top of the world. And it feel like I'm on top of the world. And it feel like I'm on top of the world. I'm always a winner. Even if I fall, I can still get bigger. The definition of a champion. Definition of a champion. No. Never for titles, but for survival. The champion. I see role players even with rivals. The champion. Don't fight they problems, they just decide. The champion. Inspired by people that they inspire. Whoa. From the bottom, no choice, but going higher. Whoa. I've been through hell and back, still I remain on fire. It only made me a beast. Put me against gorillas, you better pray for my break. God knows my instinct is still around. Giving choices to those who ain't had some. I use my voice to speak for those who's thinking they lack one. My passion's intense enough for me to use my voice and inspire a group and group of my words as loud as my actions. The top, the dopest, the God, the most, the rock, amongst the rebel and dirt that shines and flows my grind and focus survives. So even if I die for centuries through history, I'm alive. I'm always a winner. Even if I fall, I can still get bigger. The definition of a champion. Definition of a champion. Everyone's a winner. If you fall, get up, you can still get bigger. The definition of a champion. Definition of a champion. No. And it feel like I'm on top of the world. And it feel like I'm on top of the world. And it feel like I'm on top of the world. And it feel like I'm on top of the world. I'm always a winner. Even if I fall, I can still get bigger. The definition of a champion. Definition of a champion. No. I'm always a winner.
We got 20 seconds. Let's go. Every rep counts. Still working. Every rep.
Everyone's a winner.
Come on. We got 5 more seconds. We can do more reps. One more. Time. Good work. I don't know about you, but I finished that second part quicker, but I liked it a whole lot less. Holy moly. I was like you're feeling it. Take a quick drink. Give yourself a minute to recover. We're gonna stretch out a bit. All right, so we're gonna spend a little time getting that whole body going. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely feeling it everywhere now. So, starting off in our cross-legged position, we're going to just lift our chest up, open our head up to the ceiling. We're going to take our right arm, bring it across our chest, left arm behind the right elbow, and pull it across. Deep breaths. As you inhale, lift your head up closer to the ceiling. As you exhale, pull that arm further across. Relax, shake it out a little bit. We're going to do the other side. Bring our left arm across our chest, right arm behind the left elbow. As we inhale, lift that head and chest up. Exhale, pull that arm further across. Staying in this position, we're going to bring one arm overhead. We're going to do an overhead tricep stretch. Opposite arm is going to come around, grab the elbow, keeping those arms overhead. We're going to pull it across. Now, it might be difficult here, but try your best to keep your chest up as proud as possible. Shake it out a moment. Ooh. We're going out the other side. Now lift arm across the overhead. Right hand behind the left elbow. And pull that arm across. Relax. Place those hands behind you a little bit. Just lift your chest up to the sky, squeezing those shoulders together. We can shift our weight left and right in this position. And bring yourselves forward. We're going to open our legs now, getting into a straddle stretch. And we're going to want to have our weight, whatever weight that we used, in front of us here. Now, we're going to let that weight kind of roll far away from us, and we want to Just trying to reach towards it without pulling it back. So use that weight as an anchor to help pull yourself forward. Feel that as you're sitting into this, you can open up a little further. Feel free to do so. Ourselves up, we can roll that weight back. What we're going to do is we're going to move that weight across to our left side. We're going to reach over across to that weight and try to pull our body across. And slowly come on up. We're going to move the weight across to the opposite leg now. And let's reach for it. As we exhale, try to relax that body a little bit more. Let yourself fall deeper into the stretch. Slowly relax. Bring yourself back to center. You shake out those feet. Bring them out in front of us. Next thing that we're going to be doing, we're going to start off bringing our left knee across our body. And we're going to use our weight to help anchor that leg down while we try to keep our shoulders pinned on the mat. So, I'm going to get that weight up. Bringing my knee across. I have that weight pinned down on top of my leg, and I'm trying to let my shoulders fall back to the ground. We should be feeling a nice stretch at the outside of our hip here and through our lower back.
I don't think I can. I'm gonna break something. Yeah, this one's too heavy. It's tough to move 44 pounds this way.
Relax. We're going to bring it over to the other side now. Slowly bring yourself up out of position here. Shake it out a little bit. nice and easy. Let's bring ourselves out. Come on up now. We're going to put our weight out in front of us. We're going to go into a child's pose onto our weight. Now, there's a few different ways that we can do this. We can leave our weight straight out here and place our hands on both ends of the dumbbell. If you want to try to get a little more of a stretch in the shoulder, you can turn that dumbbell upright. Place your palms one on top of the other. The only thing to watch out for here is if you're not really stable in your position, that dumbbell might move around. So keeping our hips over our heels, hands straight on top of our weight. We're going to let our head and chest, our chest and armpits fall down to the ground. And as we hold here, keep your abs braced so we don't feel this in our lower back. Slowly bring yourself out. Bring it back into a cross-legged position. Great work today. We still got 2 more awesome workouts this week. Allow yourself to recover. If you feel as though you need a little bit of a day off, don't be afraid to take one. More is not always better. Listening to your body carries you a long way. Excellent job today. If you still feel that you need a little bit of more mobilization or loosen up a little more, feel free to continue going through these movements. Check out any of the other ones that we've posted before, or even reach out and ask if there's something specific you want to work on. Awesome work. Big smiles, everyone.